Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the 28th of August 2026. Karaoke Andi here, and we will trade together the EU session. Well, but first I have to read the disclaimer. This is no financial advice, only for educational purposes. Trading involves risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Always conduct your own research before trading. This stream and its recording is for educational purposes only. This stream is governed by the stipulations set out on the website tradertom.com, tradertom.com/disclaimer. So today marks the last day of my full week here with you, and has been a rough ride. Treating carefully. Unfortunately, yesterday's US session wasn't the most successful, unfortunately. Let's see if we can do something about it today. Anyway, next week, Tom is supposed to be here all week, and I get my Wednesday off, so I can focus a little bit on my stuff. And after that, regular schedule. And I believe Tom also has some news. So, with that out of the way, the DAX. The DAX is pre-market so far reaching out to touch all-time highs. I believe coming in at 581. Let me check on the daily. 581.6. Yeah, 581.6. That's not so awfully far away, right? So, like less than 100 points away from all-time highs. Before that, there's a ton of resistance in the way. While I'm saying that, I realize I look at my other screen and there I have an hourly chart open. Anyway, this is the 5-minute, and here we will trade the espresso. Look, I have to move this line, which marks the overnight high. Overnight for me is just simply what's happening between cash sessions, right? So, so this will simply be, I will delete this line because that will be in the way. So I'm using a 19-point offset for the espresso. This box as a spacer. We're in a gap up situation. DAX closed at 26,367.2. One minute to go. So this candle, whatever it will do, the top will mark the overnight high, all right? Just keep that in mind. So that means if we trade above that, yeah, DAX trades above everything else. Previous session high and low, overnight high and low. Just simply above everything. 20 seconds to go. Short order is in. Cheers. That's an espresso before the espresso. Haha. That was such a stupid joke. Bloody hell. So, 5 seconds. Okay, I put the long order in. Yeah. Couldn't we just have a trend day where we just storm out of the gates, reach all-time highs? But you know, good old Daxy never makes it so easy, huh? Never makes it so easy. Also, I read an analysis of an institutional trader who's on X, was looking at the calls and puts and then all of that, basically saying, yeah, the market is set up a little bit more bullish than bearish. That I would read it as such, but that doesn't mean that we will see 27,000. It's not what it says, right? So on a 5-minute chart, might as well make 50 points on the espresso with a short position, right? Yeah. Come on, bulls. I mean, this is supposed to be a family-friendly channel, but I was almost saying, find your fucking balls and buy. Sorry, kids. It shouldn't even be a family-friendly channel. Kids should not trade at all, right? So listen, yes, but pulling the trigger, no. My opinion. Go to school, finish whatever. Learn something useful. Switching to Karaoke Espresso here. Oh. Selling short. So, got prematurely filled on an espresso, Karaoke Espresso short. I just executed that manually. Wanted to move that line down peacefully. DAX didn't let me. So anyway, we're short the DAX. DAXy short. Putting stop loss buff here. This is a Karaoke Espresso. In a bullish context, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be careful about this, I understand. So maybe sit this one out. So what's happening in the FTSE? Ooh, first bar positive. And now the retracing. Shall we take it? Risk is okay. So first 5-minute bar indecisive, slightly bearish, but at any minute buyers could step in. We're in a very bullish context in the DAX. Okay, we're short the FTSE. FTSE short. Thinking of getting out of the DAX position while we can. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Why is it only at... Okay, adding to the FTSE. Flipping long on the DAX. Did FTSE just find support here? To be show a little bit more conviction. Okay, DAX is just could just something work here. Yesterday I got a double whammy on the espresso in the Nasdaq. Phew. Okay. DAX back at entry. It bugs me that there was this wrong position size. So about that. So must be. Okay. Closing FTSE. FTSE closed. So will this be a slow grind up here? We are certainly at resistance here. Right? So maybe we are too early. a bit paranoid that this could reverse again. So far, no. So far, bullseye in control. So, okay. Oof. So the next level for the DAX is 540. And then all-time highs 581.6. Moving stop loss up. Bloody hell. Why did I touch it again? 493. Now I have to. Okay. Bottom 81.6. The next level is indeed 81.6. So will get us up here. Looking left on the 4-hour chart, there's nothing anymore, right? So we are above this candle here, above that swing. So above here is all-time high territory. With this, timing is a little bit, I believe, of the essence. So I believe that if we touch that all-time high, there might be some profit taking, adding to the DAX. Adding to the DAX. DAX. Have to add to the DAX. Okay, I will add it directly into the shakeout. Hopefully we'll survive that. Okay, 26,553.6. Stop should be down here. Also, unfortunately, 493. So, even better down here. But hey, no pain, no gain. So, okay, if there's profit taking here, interesting after that first 20-minute. It's usually when you get a too good to be true bar on one time frame, you need to be a little bit careful of this happening. So it's time to get out the good old measuring tool. See what we got so far. So our stops are below a 61.8% retracement. I would say it's clearly invalidated at that point. Okay, I can maybe put the overnight high line again so that we know what we're talking about. Oof. Okay, FTSE still trading lower. I was thinking that with the bullish context and the DAX bullish context in the DAX that this might not go so far. How long have we been in here? Till here. Oh well. So I added, mind you, on the ASRS, which is, you know, designed to get you in a move earlier than the school run. 10 minutes earlier. By that time, the market might have moved already significantly. But yeah, right now, using that as an add-on, it's costing us points. So the overall tally is negative. Okay, this is a little bit concerning. Could buyers please step in below prior bar low? Hey, if I get stopped out, ladies and gentlemen, on this one, I'm not so mad at myself for trying, because context is as bullish as it gets. All-time highs not far away. We passed significant points of possible resistance, and there is just all-time high up here. So, and I was not overly ambitious, reaching to maybe 26,600, 20 points higher. Adding here was sensible after this bull bar. Okay, now position is back at entry. Phew. This is shit, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Can only hope that 61.8 or the overnight high here offers some sort of support. And this is just a deep retracement. Good. Have to do something about it, fortunately. Yeah. Cutting my lossy, I'm closing first entry. Wow. Fuck me. If we survive this, I want more than all-time highs. Coming up to school run. I will move my stop loss a little bit up. Okay, maybe that was the shakeout. Okay, then we add back up here. On the regular school run. Would I flip short here, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not sure. Would I play the ante? Maybe. Okay, that looks... Where my order lines are there. Shall we short the DAX? Okay, that looks... Okay, stopped out. Okay. Flipping short. Let's do it. Let's short the DAX. So. Flipping short. To trade the market that's right in front of us. But if now buyers step in, below prior bar low, then that would have been the best staged shakeout in the history of DAX trading. (15-minute) reverse pin bar. Not my luckiest of trading these last two sessions. Yesterday's US session was tough. Today seems to be a succession of that. But I can't say that. I mean, yesterday there was one trade where I thought that might have been unnecessary. My last trade in the Nasdaq. I could have been avoided, but right now, I believe I didn't do anything wrong. And sometimes you get punished for doing the right thing. That's also trading, ladies and gentlemen. So, tell you what, this is dangerous, right? Bullish context, yada, yada, yada. However, this right now looks rather that bears are in control. Momentum is with the bears. And as I'm saying that, this bar expands. I'm going to put stop loss just above here. And if I get stopped out, I will not take any more trades. And it is what it is. But that can't be. It really goes up now, huh? Well, well, well. Hmm. 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 So then the read would be, well, we pushed up and, with perfect hindsight, in an hour or two, found support at overnight high, and from there we reached new all-time highs. And on the way there, Andy got stopped out 3 times. Fuck. Okay, I will delete that. Okay. Momentum is with the bears. Good. We are short on the school run. Till where? Here. This shoulder. Or low of the day. We get down here. Here. The first target would be, indeed, I would say, this shoulder, and it's not awfully far away. Also don't want to put stop loss to break even when we're just, I don't know how much that is, 14 points or so in profit. Can maybe put stop loss there. We'll just amend on the trading ticket. If you get back up here. So approaching possible support. But right now that seems like that move is accelerating. What I mean is this here, right? So on the 5-minute, this was a breakdown bar. Here we have a lot of overlap. This was clearly closed below. Low of the day so far is around here. So there was some reaction to this swing here. Could find support from here and go back up. Risk is definitely there. But so far, don't want to jinx it. 9 is an inside bar of 8, and bulls do not really push above overnight high. So maybe old support became now resistance. And should they do, I will probably push further up. Hadn't I been awfully behind, unfortunately, would have probably taken profit here. It was an easy target. Now I'm playing for a little bit more. But let's see. So is can get as bullish as it is on the daily chart. But that doesn't mean that on the 5-minute or 15-minute or whatever, yeah, that you can get stopped out and maybe even make money on the flip. But it's not breaking down further. I have to be a little bit careful here. Moving stop loss to 26, 5, 16.3. Should have stayed short the FTSE, huh? FTSE double bottom now, question mark. So we are testing support again. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's not breaking down. So where did we come from? This is the school run. This is too dangerous that this might now go from here. No. Well, I will probably for myself flip long one more time here. I will not post that in Telegram because I don't believe I'm doing you a good service so far. I've been unlucky, and to some of you it feels like I'm running after the market, and I would say would be a fair assessment. But I'm showing you what I'm doing here. Would add on the school run. And why is there this line? I don't know. So the story being we found support here and pushing up again. So I will post status now. Questions, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, I'm unmuted. I'm muted again. I swear to God, I always unmute myself on that fucking Telegram, and then it just for some reason. Anyway, all of you who have tried to listen to me on Telegram, I'm awfully sorry. This thing switches itself off. Anyway, so Ryan, morning Andy, I was awesome watching you take that DAX loss so well and reversing your position today. What was the logic behind your initial long on the DAX, and why are you so aggressive with it? Sorry to ask about losing trades. I know they suck, but winning trades are easy. So well, there was nothing spectacular about it. I believe switch this transaction history on. So I was long. That was on a Karaoke Espresso flip. The context was overall the daily chart. Look, all-time highs just like 80, 100 points away. We opened with a massive gap up, right? So the context is as bullish as it gets. So espresso short didn't work. But I would have, you know, because of the bullish context, have preferred to be filled long. So I took the flip. And that brought us up here. And I added on the, I think, ASRS, aggressive screw run, which is the breakout over the fourth 5-minute bar. I think it was a good place to add. Also look at that fourth 5-minute bar here. And at that point, all-time highs were just roughly up here where my mouse is. So I was just humbly just wanting that as a target. The profit taking already happened here. And there was nothing looking left anymore. So I thought we would get some continuation. So increasing that position at that point, I think, was reasonable. But yeah, when it reverses on you, you got to do something about it. So I had now 2 positions open, and I basically closed the first entry for a scratch of minus 4.5 or something like that. And then the other one got stopped out. And I flipped short on the screw run. So, and then we came down here, found support here. So now I'm personally betting on continuation and getting my ass kicked again. So that's why I'm not posting that in Telegram, right? So, but you see what I'm doing here. So, so many people write me. Okay, let's take a couple more. Hi, Andy. Thanks for being available for the community. I would like to draw your attention to the pattern of posting trades without filling their entry price, exit and stop prices. I understand that when trading live, you're under a lot of pressure to quickly move the trade. However, some people need to also place their own trades. Yeah, sorry, my friend. Please don't follow me. This is education only, right? Yeah, I'm putting my own money here on the line. So I'm switch on to YouTube. You see what I'm doing, right? And just read the numbers from the screen. Yeah. But please don't follow me. I'm usually here only once per week on Wednesdays. So this week you got me for a full week. You also got me a full week in July, I believe. That would have been, I think, very profitable to follow me, but this week isn't. So for somebody who's here once per week, I'm not like Tom, I'm not like, this is this is a trading account. I don't withdraw anything from it. I just put 100K or $1 million in it at the beginning of the year. And then at the end of the year, this is the tally, this is education only, all right? So watch the YouTube. Yeah. Don't use this as a signal service. I'm telling you why, because I'm here every Wednesday, and guess what? Wednesday is historically my worst day. Wouldn't follow me on a Wednesday. Simple as that. So, yeah, hope that is clear, my friend. So, pulling the trigger, wrong metaphor for the kids, brother. Well, pling pling puff puff, kids play with toys that have triggers, so don't think that is so bad. So so Jonas, hey, greetings Andy. After 2.5 years I decided to make it or break it. First month with some rules, which I didn't break, didn't revenge, I didn't increase bets when lost, accepted losses, closed markets when tilted, was roller coaster, but I did everything I could just to get another day with a fresh and grounded mind, and my account for the first time is at break even without cheating and over trading. Hopefully I made some adjustments to my brain. I don't want to go to my previous version at any cost. Watching you and Tom helped me understand the most important thing, just to stay grounded every day and not to lose your head. Yeah, well, you did well, brother. And I just decided for myself to take the school run. If you go up here, might lose potentially 40 points, but I want to wait for that confirmation. So, well done, Jonas. The moment where you are break even, you don't lose money anymore, right? So, and you still pay commissions to the broker. So, you basically are already making money if you think of it like that. Yeah. Whatever your spread is, it's 1 point here in the DAX. So that means on average, you're making a point. Yeah. Think about it. Times the trades that you take. Let's say you take 5 trades, pay a point spread, you break even. So boom, you're already averaging 5 points per day. Yeah. So you're actually already profitable in a sense. Yeah. So you're not too far away. I was a very long time, I was a break-even trader. And then it was luckily Larry Pesavento who said to me, Andy, if you are break-even, you're actually very close to become profitable. And that was, to me, I probably needed to hear that. And whoever needs to hear that from you guys, yeah, that's... so I'm telling you that right now. This is not the point to give up, right? This is where you should really look hard at your old trades, like I will certainly do. Sucks to lose. I don't like it, but it's part of the game. Yeah, but just analyze your old trades and work at those things that, yeah, you would rather avoid, but it's necessary for the last step. Yeah. The last 10%, last 20% are usually the hardest. That's why usually you get away with a Pareto. 80% is good enough, but in some areas maybe need to invest in the last 20%, if you know what I mean. So, Jonas, well done. Good luck. Stay strong, brother. Tanjim, I think we need to sing a song for DAX to go up now, as Tom does. Yeah. Fahren, fahren, fahren auf der Autobahn. Fahren, fahren, fahren auf der Autobahn. Düm, dü, düm, dü, düm, dü, düm. Fahren, fahren, fahren auf der Autobahn. Maybe it helps. So, Jonas sent me a big card and a thank you. That is lovely. Rory, we love and appreciate you, Andy. Thank you for being here, mate. Thanks, Rory. Sorry, I couldn't deliver any points here. A bloody fucking add-on here killed it. So, liquidated and loving it. Just wanted to say thanks for showing the bad days. It means a lot when you are new to see how you handle it. I learn a lot more seeing how you handle losers than winners, I think. Yeah, actually, that is true. Because if you go to the X platform, that don't want to showcase my own social media here. Please ignore that. This is not for me to. It's not my. It's Tom's Tom's channel. But I don't know how they are called. The ICTs of this world. Oh, there's so many Mr. ICTs and ICT concepts, you know. I impressed myself at the times. Whoa, you know. Here's the inner circle trader. My obsidian model. I can't trade retail. Ooh. Yeah. So it's all perfect hindsight, right? It's always, yeah, I bought here and I sold here and look how it worked out. Look at that. Huh? Just some recorded bullshit. Huh? On a demo account or simulated account, affiliates from prop firms, they get, fuck, now it's going up. I'm just, anyway, they always win, they never lose, right? But I think you should judge a trader also how he takes losses, you know, takes some character. Also, if you take a loss, to put on another trade with conviction, to flip direction, and to admit if you're wrong, and maybe to stop trading at one point. This is as real as it gets. Fuck, is going up now. Anyway, so couple more questions, ladies and gentlemen. So Andy says, hi Andy, sorry about your rough days, but you navigated well and kept control. One question, have you seen the comment of Lance Breitstein on X? If you could change one thing to 10x the success rate of retail traders, I'd get you all to stop trading the Nasdaq and ES, so S&P all day. I've worked with 5 discretionary trading firms. Not a single trader at these firms does that crap. He says because the markets are so efficient and so rarely in play that making money with them is nearly impossible, and no professionals do it daily. In my opinion, this is complete bullshit. Did he never heard of Tom who crushes indices every year? Here's the post. I don't care, honestly. I don't know who Lance Breitstein is. He seems to have a large following. I don't know what his background is. I don't know what he trades and which time frames he trades. I'm an index trader, and there is definitely money to be made in the US indices. So I'm not trading the S&P, I'm trading the Dow, because it moves similar to the S&P, but much cheaper to trade with my broker. Or actually, I should maybe revise that statement, because that was TD365. Now it's Trade Nation, and they recently increased the spread a little bit. So, but now I'm used to the intricacies of the Dow, and yeah, is what it is. So what I wanted to say is I'm also now trading for a while, and the general statements like that is just bullshit, right? It's just where are grounds in that? Trading all day. Yeah, okay. So if you sit there 24 hours in front of a chart, maybe you should sleep and eat and rest and work out in between and live your life, you know. Too much screen time, I would agree with that. But like stock indices wouldn't provide. I mean, he's basically saying that stock indices don't provide opportunity to make money. I mean, why are institutions trading them then, right? It's literally millions of transactions happening. So why are they going up then? Why is everybody buying them, right? Why do they go up long term? So this complete nonsense. It's just somebody who probably wants to get attention. Maybe wants to sell something. Maybe selling a different system. Maybe whatever. Look, brother, he's not a market wizard. He's not one of the original market wizards. There's so many market wizards now. Look, an author is an author. An author is not a trader. An author just wants to sell books, right? So unless it's Tom Hougaard, who is a trader who writes a book about trading, just to get some, if you're an author, you want to sell books. Yeah? So you collect people based on what? How do you know how do you know whom to pick? Right? So probably these days, you go to those who have a large following on social media, right? So, as I said, I don't know the track record of Lance. I don't know what his background is. Maybe he's such a hotshot. Maybe there's a deeper truth to it. But at least there's that gentleman with less hair than me, who runs this show here, this channel, who is proving him wrong. So, and actually, that should be enough. If somebody makes a general statement, one counter example should be enough to disprove that, right? So, Tom Hougaard makes money trading the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones. Dow Jones moves similarly to the S&P. So, case dismissed. That's how I see it. I make money trading the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq. It's the second example. I just don't trade that size, so maybe that doesn't count. So anyway, and also you said he's a very profitable trader with a verified track record. No, I don't believe in verified track records. What are verified track records? So first of all, if you talk about track records, there are some people out there who are like, I don't follow anybody who doesn't have a verified track record. Show me certified broker statements. I don't get certified broker statements. I have never seen certified broker statements. I have a couple accounts with different brokers, and you know what I get? I get a fucking email, right? Attached to it is, in the case of Trade Nation, is an unsigned PDF, which just shows the transactions. That's it. Yeah? Something that you can recreate. Or in the case of an MT4 account, it's just a Times New Roman written email with the transaction in there. So you don't even get an attachment. So I've never seen a certified broker statement with a retail broker. I've never seen that. So that's the thing. So plus there is some personal information out there that's not everybody willing to share. Then there is, what is there? There is Darwinex. Yeah, great deal. You know that Darwinex allows you to copy trade, right? So Darwinex allows you to copy trade. So you can, nobody knows who's doing the actual trading there. And they have metrics that rather reward investors than day traders. So if you just, you could, for example, you could buy an ETF on the S&P 500. It would go up over time, and build a track record like that. Copy those trades into Darwinex and build a track record with that. So there is MyFX book, another way to provide a track record, which is the most scammy website. It's loaded with banners and ads, and yeah, guess what? Copy trading allowed there as well. So you don't know who's doing the trading. Might be you typing in mirroring the trades of Tom Hougaard, right? So yeah, and then there are prop firms, right? So you see the fake gurus, they're posting their payout certificates. Sometimes they even come with a QR code, and you scan that QR code and you think, oh wow, yeah, that's legit. Yeah, but guess what? They might be affiliates of that prop firm, and the prop firm makes money by selling challenges. Money in is challenge fees and resets fees, right? And money out is payouts, right? And affiliate commissions, yeah. And the same mechanics to pay their affiliates are applied when paying out. So, and affiliates often get unlimited resets, so they don't need to pay for that. They can just click, 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 click until they have something profitable, and then they can post that, or they get their affiliate commission via a payout and can post that, and it looks genuine, right? So yes, and now Andy says that Lance Breitstein worked at Trillium, and that is like a proper prop firm, right? Like a legitimate proprietary trading firm. Yeah, well, okay. So there's one trader who has an opinion. Okay, so even if he's legit, he doesn't need to be right. Oh. But at least he seems to know what he's talking about. So, but I just want to caution you, even if this one is legit, I said I don't know who he is and who his background is. I would caution you to be careful what you read on social media. I caution you to be careful about track records. To me, the only thing that really shows if somebody can trade because you can't hide is trading live. So that would be my conclusion. Right? So look, I don't want to necessarily make that about Lance, since I don't know him. He just made a statement that is not correct. So we need to, as index traders here, stand our ground and be like, no, that's nonsense, Lance. Yeah? You might be a hotshot trader, ranking in hundreds of millions of dollars for your firm. Great, well done. But hey, we're trading stock indices here and we make money too. Huh? Right? In my case, not millions of dollars, unfortunately. Tom, yeah. So, anyway, Andy, how do you deal with feeling that you are out of sync with the market, thinking about yesterday's New York session and this morning's session specifically? I need to work on reducing size, not increasing it. How do you feel about rules like stepping away until tomorrow after 2 losses? One other question, how do you feel about avoiding trading altogether during events such as Jackson Hole? Yeah. So, I think the last one might be wise, right? If there is an unprecedented event that might have an influence on the market, or the market might be in, excuse me, I will receive a shipment. So excuse me for a second, please. Luckily, I could delegate that to my wife. So yesterday, staying out would have been a very wise decision, since there was just piano candles, black, white, black, white, black, white. So, and my usual instincts for breakout. Okay, this breaks now. This will go completely wrong. So got stopped out many times. So staying out of that would have been a very good idea. However, those rules that you make for yourself, okay, after 2 consecutive losses, after 3 consecutive losses, I will step away. Yeah, okay, but what if you then miss the recovery trade, right? I think the most important thing is to feel inside yourself whether you are really, as you said, out of sync, right? So if you really feel like, yeah, I shouldn't be trading, I'm not making rational decisions anymore. And yeah, if you experience a couple of losses in a row, like I did yesterday, then that's the thing, you know, your reptile brain will then urge you to make it back. Yeah, it wants equilibrium. So you will be more aggressive. You will likely take more risk than usual. And I'm not sure I should tell you that in here. So that is maybe the dark side of the force of trading. You might even want to induce that state before the trading session, like trick you into believing that you're already behind, so you trade more aggressively. Tom does that sometimes. So, but I probably, but that's the thing, right? It's a double-edged sword, and maybe the danger here is bigger than the potential upside. I'm just cautioning you to be careful. However, what you shouldn't do is doubling up, because you will trade already more aggressively anyway. You can't help it. That's just how it is. But increasing stake size on top of that, that will blow your risk management out of proportion. Yeah. And also, I wouldn't put there a hard rule, but you need to get a sense of where you're not able to take any more trades for rational reasons, and then you need to step away. Or at one point admit defeat, like yesterday when nothing worked out. You can't also take. You can't just piss away a week's, or worse, a month or a quarter's or a year's profit in just one session. You have to admit defeat at one point and just say, okay, this today is not the environment where it's easy to make money. It seems to be easy to lose. So then walk away, right? And then depends how you're handling it. If you usually for me, doing a gym session is reset enough, unless I'm really upset about myself. Maybe I wasn't in part of a bigger move or something like that. I missed out on profits. That doesn't sit well with me. Well, okay, then you probably need to ease yourself back in and maybe reduce size for a little bit. Need some sort of reset routine. But 2 losses in a row, brother. I mean, come on. That is. I mean, you can't just win with every position, you know. So if you put there a hard rule like X losses in a row or X euros or whatever, 2 losses in a row. I mean, most of the stuff has a win rate of 50% attached to it, right? So I don't know. Anybody good enough in statistics to say how likely it is to get more than 2 losses in a row? I would say it's not so unlikely. It happens. So that's something you should be able to handle, right? Otherwise, you're betting too big. Yeah? 1% of your account per trade. So that means you lost 2% after 2 consecutive trades. That shouldn't be earth-shaking. Okay, so Mitul said thank you, so probably I explained enough. Good. Further. A support may be strong due to several highs. I assume there may be a spring setting up. Ooh. And you love my ringtone, brother. Spring, huh? Well, that would be lovely. Springs. Let's see if it springs. Yeah, my ringtone. The people seem to love it, and here someone says that was a margin call. Don't pick up. I can assure you that at this size here, I will not receive a margin call. So, Andy, what do you think of these new tools like gamma exposure, volume profile, order flow, order book, and heat map? I don't know if they're so new, but I don't use them. I just don't use them. However, I had a little back and forth with a gentleman who showed me a chart from capital.com on TradingView, and I was just saying, brother, are you trading with capital.com? Look, guys, I don't care with which broker you trade, right? I trade with Trade Nation. It's no secret, but I don't require you to use a specific broker. I'm just saying that. But capital.com has exceptionally wide spreads. They have a nice platform, yes, but the spreads are very, very wide, you know. So that's why I was just saying, why are you trading with that broker? That they have really awful spreads. And the gentleman was, yeah, but I get volume data from them. And I was like, fuck, brother, that's not real volume. That volume is something that the exchanges sell you. That is just, I don't know, a tick data approximation. It has nothing to do with real volume. At least look at real volume if you want to use it. I don't use it. I don't use any of that. So I don't need that for what I'm doing here. And believe it or not, there might, of course, we only ever see on a chart what we trained our eyes to see. Some people they trade volume based analysis, that they trade that they use different methods to get in and out of the market, and that's all legit. At the end of the day, it counts whether we make money or not, right? So that being said, most of the times, I'm not saying that some trader would have taken the same trades that I did in a losing session. You know, maybe for some reason they would do the opposite or stay out or whatever, and fair play. But I often find myself in positions, you know, often enough in winning positions with the entry techniques that I use, that you know, my only problem is that I get out of them too early. So I didn't milk their full profit potential, right? So that's the only thing. And if the method that I use get me into winning trades often enough, me taking profits too early, no volume order book, gamma exposure, heat map or whatever would have prevented me from that, because that's a psychological thing, right? Our reptile brain is screaming, take that profit, because it will go away, right? Otherwise, and it's very real. It can go away, especially in those jumpy, bloody markets during the summer. But yeah, sometimes you also need to be in and ride it and add to it. And today you've seen that also can not work out, right? But I was prepared today to stay in and hold and increase the position size. But DAX doesn't make it so easy. Maybe it will go up. I kept their school run order for myself. And I will go long from 556. So, all right. So, Giotis man, what's your average day like? Do your mobile screen time exceeds more than 4 to 5 hours daily? Just thought to ask. Mobile screen time. I'm not on my phone, brother. I'm sitting in front of a PC with large monitors. And no, my screen time is, okay, 4 to 5 hours seems to be right. Plus a little bit, unfortunately, a little bit of preparation and review. So it's closer to 7 to 8 hours screen time per day. Yeah. I mean, we're usually streaming 2 hours together twice. So that's 4 hours. Hour of preparation, maybe an hour of review each. Yeah. It's closer to 8 hours. The classic traders joke, yeah. Who is, my wife asked often, who is Miss Margin and why does she call so often, right? So, Andrea, today same place and max support. Go, go, go. Thank you, my friend. Angie. Yeah, this may be something that's worth sharing here. I received that this morning, but probably it's interesting. So, good morning, Andy. Important question. Just for you and others, if you think others can profit from my damn experience. Yeah, I believe so. So I will read that here. Time for an honest analysis of my trading. I am an awful trader. In spite of 80% winners, huge losers when I lose. Am I really trying hard to learn some trading wisdom from you and Tom, and almost on the verge of giving up this insidious, dangerous game? Any suggestions? Meant only for question time or when you have some time to spare. So, and I'm just showing you guys here. So, 80% win rate. And here's the thing. The ratio between wins and losses is negative. So, on average, €1 win, and on average, the loss is €5.31. Yeah. So that means, even though an impressive 80% win rate, this trader loses money. So, and what I was writing here in response was Do you trade to make money or do you trade to be right? And then the answer was, you're absolutely right. Good answer. I will review my trading mentality. So here's the thing: if you have large stops and take profits very early, your win rate goes up. Inevitably, expectancy goes up. Yeah. So if I often get asked, Andy, you had a 190 point stop, but you only take 50 points profit. Yeah, guess what? Expectancy goes up, right? So I mean, it must be clear intuitively, right? With just thinking about it, that if you want to make 100 points in the DAX, that's harder than making 20 points, right? 20 points you frequently get. Just look how long the average candle is. 100 points is a little bit harder, right? So, and here's the thing. This gentleman, Angie, maybe it's a lady, I don't know. This trader has a high win rate because this trader takes profits early. Yeah? So unfortunately, the few occurrences when getting stopped out, they seem to lose, right? So that's the thing. So now a high win rate is great psychologically, if you don't lose often. But in this case, when you lose more than what you make on your winners. So it's overall a losing trader. And Angie, what will happen now is that if you try to hold longer, try to squeeze out more of your winners, maybe add to your winning positions, you can turn that around, but it will get much more uncomfortable. It will get much more uncomfortable because your win rate will now go down, maybe closer to 50%. Yeah? And you will experience more losses. Yeah? That's the game that we are playing. But maybe that's necessary, right? So if you just make €1 on average, doesn't sound like a lot of points compared to the 531 when you get stopped out. Yeah, it sounds like a 0.2 to 1 risk to reward ratio. Yeah, that explains the high win rate, but also explains that it's overall not so profitable. Yeah, so only way around is out of that is change your mentality. Right now you're trading to be right. You don't want to lose, right? The market gives you that. You're right 80% of the time, but not long enough to make significant profits, right? So you have to learn how to take losses. It's the only way. Yeah, it's the only way. So at 9:55, very important data in Germany. Yeah. No. So, hi Andy, I'm 1.74% up for the week. Is that good to make it consistent? I had some good trades that could have made me more, but I'm working on the profit objectives. if you risk 1% per trade, you just had like 1 3/4 of a trade per week. Let's round that up. 2 trades per week, profitable. You can try to get that number up, brother. However, if you make that consistently, that's also not bad, right? Just remember, we are not investors. We are trading a margin-based account with leverage. So if you risk 1% per trade, right? So it's also, you know, you read that sometimes on social media. Oh, don't let them tell you otherwise. You know, if a trader makes 10% per year or whatever, 20% per year, that's great and whatever. Yeah, but brother, I'm risking 1% per trade, right? So and I fire maybe 20 trades per day. So I'm risking 20% per day. Why would I be content with making just 20-30% per year? A little bit much of risk taking here on my side to just make that little. You know, otherwise I just buy a fucking ETF on the S&P 500 and sit on it. Yeah. And then I will, on average, probably make my 10-15%. Yeah. And just sit out the occasional bear market. And that's it, right? So just put in that some thought. Right? So you said here you had some good trades that you could have made more. But you are working on the profit objective. It's a contradiction in there. If you have some good trades that could have made you more, then work on rather on squeezing out more profit out of those good trades, right? So that's probably what you should be working on, not on percentages per day or week or whatever. That is just a byproduct of trading well. 1.74% up for the week for a margin-based leverage account. Could be more. Ronnie. Hi, Andy. Can't hear you on Telegram. Yeah. Thank you. So, Marina, good morning, Andy. Please, I have a question about the infamous stop loss. I can't get it right. Seems when I lose more than I make. Probably out of fear, I stop a winning trade, and out of hope, I let the losing trade run. Any tricks or suggestion? Put that in a book of horror. Look at it before the trading session. Ask yourself if you want to be that guy who's doing that. So, oh, we have another. Where's the chat? Literally. Oh, Martin, are you new? Okay, sorry, I don't wish to make fun of you. But here's the thing. Screen webcam. So, look, before the trading session starts, I post this here, right? So this, good morning. I'll start today's European session, yada, yada, yada. And look, here. I don't know, maybe if you're new to something, maybe you should read a little bit the pinned messages and whatever. Here it is, right? Comments are disabled both on YouTube and in this Telegram group in line with Tom's policy. This is Tom Hougaard's Trader Tom's live day trading channel, right? I'm a guest here. So if I answer questions during the stream, they usually reach me via private Telegram messages. Yeah. So if you want to ask me questions, send me a Telegram message. Yeah, hope that helps. DAX is moving again. I know that I'm long. So, Bobo says, nice talk, Andy. Admire your patience. Thank you, my friend. Romeo. Romeo says people need to stop taking things so seriously and listen to themselves. Actually, saying something like you shouldn't trade Nasdaq is also a way of marketing because you know you will reach a lot of controversy. There's a huge following of Nasdaq traders to get attention. On every market, there's losers and winners. That says my friend Romeo, young trader from sits here in Prague as well. So a good point. So it also reached our attention and caused some controversy here. So maybe that was just designed to do. Maybe that gentleman is a great trader and also a great marketeer. Stay trading my full-time job. I don't do anything else, brother. Babu Chiri Sherpa from Nepal. Andi, your opinion on this one? Okay. May I share that, brother? So. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you talk to another trader, so yeah, gentleman asked me what's my opinion on this one. I don't know what you're seeing there. This might shock you, but I don't know what you're seeing there. First of all, that screenshot is of a horrible quality. It's really can't almost see price, but I have an idea. Okay, it's a 5-minute chart, and seem to have measured here something. But here's the thing: you will ever see on a chart only what you trained your eyes to see. And we all have different styles of trading. And I say that with the greatest respect. You can't assume that another trader sees the same thing. So you need to provide a little bit more context to what you're seeing here. Yeah. So this is a FTSE 5-minute chart, and there are some lines and some numbers. That's all I see. Yeah. I don't know what you are seeing here. You're looking for measured moves. Okay, so the downswing seemed to be 76 points. This one 75, close enough. 66 here on the move up. And that would get you up to here. Okay. And now, what is your question? So, are you expecting now that from here we go 75 points down? Another harmonic retracement? Is that what you're asking? I'm trying to interpret here something. I don't know, mate. So, Chris, Andy, I messed up. First bar positive. Thought the second 5-minute bar needed to go above before entering a sell. Just reread Tom's post, number 60 in Telegram on this subject. Now I've left 20 points on the table. I would have liked to be known as Mr. Clown from now on. Okay, so you made an honest mistake, brother. But wait a second. The second 5-minute bar didn't go above. So you wouldn't have... Yeah, this is the first 5-minute bar. So the second 5-minute bar didn't go above. So it's a missed opportunity. All right. All right. Yeah. So you didn't take it at all because you thought the signal would come in up here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Come on. There's, I don't know. there will be a couple of hundred more 5 minutes bars to trade from, brother. So don't sweat it. No, you're not stupid. Look, could have look you avoided taking a signal where you had the wrong idea what the rules are, right? So I could have gotten you in trouble. Imagine first bar positive, that's a bull bar, and then you get continuation above the first 5-minute bar. So chances are, that market goes up, and you would have sold short and would have gotten stopped out, so you would have lost on that one. So maybe refamiliarize with that technique and be glad that you didn't get filled, brother. So it's not only a lost opportunity, it could also have been an avoided loss, right? So gotcha, brother. So Jose, I do the same mistake, close before my target on a pullback, only to see the target get hit later. Then when I decide to hold, it goes all the way to the stop loss. Yeah, that's the thing, right? Expectancy goes up if you take profits early, right? So if you're a good scalper, right, you need to have a very high win rate, and a lot of discipline to cut losses early. So, or just generally add to your winners, even if you don't hold for long. That can also help. But you need to extract more points. That makes sense. Johan was commenting here a lot. So, Karaoke, hi Andy, what do you think of this to avoid emotional decisions like take profits too early at the time that you set your trade to break even, that you go do something else and come back in 4 hours to see what happened? Okay, but then you need to hold to a point where you can safely put your stop loss to break even, right? But guess what? I close all my positions usually intraday, and I trade for 90 minutes, maybe 2 hours, unless I'm in a position that is in profit. So I hold on to that, right? And yeah, I sometimes do that. I go to the gym, eat my lunch, and don't care less. Couldn't care less. And then in the afternoon, I take a look, and rarely, but it happens, you get surprised. It's also what El Brooks says. El Brooks says, go shopping to Walmart or whatever. I don't have Walmart here in the Czech Republic, but whatever your equivalent is. So DAX possible short, says TTR here, because we're stuck in an 80-point range since the open. Yeah, but brother, we are in an uptrend. We're making higher highs and higher lows. Or aren't we? High was 553, 554. We're making higher highs and higher lows. Yeah, we'll keep grinding, brother. Thank you. Michael, don't worry about my trading size. I can't trade live with big size with you guys. I just can't. That's too much pressure. But why do you care? This is education only, you know. Don't worry about me. Dave would say that's a big pin bar. Yes. Yes, Benny, he would. So, BP. The last few weeks, the markets have been hard to trade. Yep, welcome to summer. Gabor. Hi, Andy. You have balls to add right at the top of a candle that has double the size of any candle on the screen. Yeah, it's a good-looking bull bar, L. Brooks' voice, but there's at least a short profit realization of institutions or worse reversal. Don't you add on pullbacks? Yeah, brother. I added here on a. I was aware on that. I was aware of that. That might happen. I just didn't expect that to happen at that point, to be quite honest. Because, yeah, look. What this gentleman is pointing out that you have sometimes a bar that looks too good to be true. Yeah. It closes when it's a bull bar at its high, you know, has maybe the tiniest of an upper shadow. I would even say it's a maribosu. And then price action tells you, yeah, buy that on close, right? But what usually happens is this here. This is a 10-minute chart. There you can see that. So I bought here on top, and then see that all that was sold. There's some profit taking going on. Yeah. So and that's a little bit the risk when you do that. So, however, let me show you this as well. We were not so awfully far away from all-time highs here. 581, right? So 581, and this was 552. So 29 points away from all-time highs. Yeah. So I thought that would be the profit taking, and I added there also because it was a structured point to add. Let me switch that on for you here. Fuck. Man. Yeah. So look, here is the ASIS. That's the breakout over the fourth 5-minute bar. Yeah. So, which in itself is gave us a long signal. So that's why I added there. If we are and look, context is bullish. We're close to all-time highs. We opened up with a huge gap up. So it is conceivable, but at one point I have to dismiss that idea. Highly conceivable that today we might get up there again, right? And if we do, I want to make that position bigger, right? I want to squeeze it out more. And I'm doing that by adding. To me, that's just me demonstrating that to you. All right. So, Mark says, Andy, you're a star. You handle the inevitable losses with humor and grace. Stay strong, brother. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Daniel, same here. Andy, DAX made me a ping pong transaction with minus for me. So welcome to the club. We keep pushing forwards. Yes, onwards and upwards. What's the alternative? Giving up? Never. Augustus, Great name. Strong name. Augustus. Thanks for all your time. I really appreciate it. From New Zealand. Much love from Prague, brother. Hi, Andy. For the past weeks, regardless of whooping 200% wins to my account, I lost trades and kept them running. Have you ever had something similar happen to you when you started trading, and how exactly did you get rid of this? Yeah, wait a second. You say that you had 200% wins? And then you lost some trades? Yeah. Can't always win, brother. That's part of the game. Get used to it. There's only two ways to really play that game long term. Is either to, like Tom, to make your winning position so big, yeah, that you create a buffer for the inevitable losses, yeah, and add. Or you have to play good defense and keep the losses small, right? Or you play both sides. If you're really good, you push it when there is momentum. When it's easy, and when it's tough, you play it defensively. Guess what? I'm trying to do that. Doesn't always work. But today is also, again, with perfect hindsight, yeah, shouldn't have added there, yeah. Should have taken the short espresso, but I couldn't know that, right? So, and I tried to flip short. I did all of that, so can't really be mad at myself. And pushing the long side is, in this context, is not wrong. I don't have more information than what I see on the chart, and that is just, or was very, very bullish. Right now, we are in looks still like a bull channel. Now we're at the channel bottom. So bulls tried to push through the 554 level, 553, 554 twice. Didn't manage to do so. And if they do that, if they try a third time, guess what? My school run order is waiting here. Anyway, I've been on a break for 10 months on this challenge I'm doing. Challenge. You're trading a prop account. So good defense is my guy Tom. Has nerves of steel sometimes. I just stare at the screen with my mouth open. Okay, so for you, good defense it is. But Tom has nerves of steel sometimes. Yes, Tom has nerves and balls of steel, and a huge appetite for risk. So that's an exceptional trader, and not all of us have the same appetite for risk. But hey, yeah, he's so aggressively adding to his winners that he gets away with almost everything. But also, to do him justice, he's doing that for a very long time. And he also used to be an institutional trader, right? And he discarded a lot of that stuff that institutions use. Just mind that. And now trades naked charts and focuses more on the mental aspects. But don't think for 1 second that Tom doesn't have a good read of the market. He has seen it all. He's studying his price action daily. It's more like if you compare, there is if this was Star Wars, right? So Al Brooks probably, I would say Al Brooks is Master Yoda, right? So Al Brooks sits there in his Jedi tower, in that ivory tower. You know, he's a deep connection to the Force. You know, has deep understanding of the market, has deciphered it. This is more like he sits there in his armchair, right? And Tom is Han Solo, you know, constantly dirty, constantly fighting, constantly shooting in the trenches, you know, in the battle, having to make decisions on a split second right then and there, you know. That's Tom. Tom is Han Solo. I'm just a mere humble Padawan, probably. But I guess that describes it. Yeah. Al Brooks, honestly, trading one lot in Macau wasn't that impressive. Yeah, I trade a fucking lot here with you, and I'm not charging $2,500 entry for that. Yeah, so that to all who tell me, Andy, why do you trade just one lot? Al Brooks is trading one lot, so tell that Al Brooks. I'm not charging you money here. So, Andy, will you write a book as well? Yeah, maybe in 10 years. You know, I think I still have to build my name and my track record in this industry before I would ever dare something like that, right? I believe I've seen quite a lot, and I have a few stories to tell. That's for certain. But so far, I feel like, nah, not there yet, brother, not there. I'm R2D2. Am I that fucking robotic? Maybe, as a German. So, nice Star Wars analogy. If Tom is Han Solo and you are his partner in crime, then does that make you Chewie? Chewbacca. No, wait. I have some hair on my chest. That's for certain. But Han Solo is not a Jedi. I think Tom is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Good point. But you know, Han Solo gets to marry the princess, right? And so that means he has the most cash. How about that? What has Al Brooks done to you? Al Brooks? You know, brother, I've reading Al Brooks, you know. I've listened to Al Brooks. Al Brooks has, you know, that stuff is a hard read. His voice is sleep-inducing. I have endured that, you know. So, can I be thankful for him? Yeah, the whole trading community, just to get that one right. You should be very thankful to Al Brooks, because he has certainly done a lot with his research in price action. But yeah, you know, he was next to Tom on the stage. Tom was trading 100 lots, right? And Al Brooks was trading one lot. So, I just, I couldn't help but notice that. Let's say it neutrally, right? So, and then, you know, I read your comments. Andy, you're just trading one lot. Do you really live from trading? Why are you trading just that small size? Yeah. You know, brother, I have a stop loss down here. 54 points away. That means I'm losing 55 bucks, you know, if I get stopped out. So far, I'm down 92 bucks. So that would be 150 bucks per day, right? So, even with a humble one lot. How many lots did Tom trade? I think there is, you know, it's, a lot of that is public knowledge, right? So there was, I mean, you see Tom trade 100 lots. I've seen Tom trade 200, 300 lots. There's videos out there where Tom one day was, I think that was in Danish kroner, but you know, 1500 lots. How bad must the Danish kroner be against the euro? One Danish kroner to euro. Okay, but still, that's a fucking lot. Did Tom trade well live in China? Yes, he did. And guess what? I was sitting there in the back row. I was trading the Hang Seng, or whatever that index is called, and the Nikkei. And bloody hell, those indices move! Man, I made hundreds of points there. I've never traded them before, I swear to God. And the guys there on stage, they were just talking about always a reversal. We're buying more of the Hang Seng, while it was clearly falling. I was just doing my shit. I was just selling weakness, and I made really money. There is no YouTube video of Macau. No, that was $2,500 attendance fee. You know? Just understand that. That was an Al Brooks event. You had to pay $2,500 to attend, right? That was a lot of money. And recordings available only for people who paid that. Yeah. So there is no recording, unfortunately. So 100 lots versus 1 lot. They have the same balance. What do you mean by that, Stephen? They can't have the same balance, right? Woo! Good morning, Andy. I'm only trading 1 lot. No, 1 pound at 0.1 point whilst learning to take losers gracefully and working on the psychology until I become more consistent. Thanks, brother, for the live sessions. Of course, you're very welcome. That's how this should be for you guys. You should watch somebody trade and maybe take the stuff that that helps you, and maybe avoid the stuff that doesn't help you. I'm still encouraging you not to copy me. Just be here for the education. I can only share what I know so far, obviously, but I've seen something in this business, so maybe that's the best value for you. Does Al make more money from selling stuff than trading? Well, brother, 250 attendance times $2,500. Do the math. That's $500,000, right? So I don't know how much he makes from trading. He doesn't disclose that. Al Brooks said that he doesn't trade big size because that stresses him. And of course, it's an elderly gentleman by now. Maybe he has traded bigger size in the past. Also, I have to take that into consideration, right? So. Yes, I admire Tom's size, and I laugh at the small one because, you know, it's just funny. So no, Stephen, they didn't start with the same balance. Tom trades his own money, right? This was also not a trading competition or anything like that. That was a 3-day seminar, which included live trading. So, and the traders on stage, there was also a gentleman from Al Brooks' team. How was he called? already forgot, a Dutch gentleman was trading the DAX there. They all traded their own accounts, and didn't even really show a balance. Al Brooks or Tim Stout was the name. Just Tom did, you know. He opened there his Trade Nation account. The Americans can't trade CFDs anyway, so they trade futures. So the prices were also different. So no. Tom's account is huge, right? So Tom's account is several $100,000 heavy. Yeah, no worries. So, Shinzi, hey legend, hang in there. Bloody tough lately. We zigzag markets. All we can do is keep swinging the damn bat and control our losses. We will hit a home run soon enough. Yes, brother. So, and I think that's a good closing. My God, so many questions still. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm overextending your patience here. I will try to follow up in all of your questions. Thanks for being here. Sorry for the losses. They're part of the game. I hope you got something out of it. But this is it for me today. If you want, I will do the US session later. And then next week will be Tom. So thank you very much.